We got control of the game in the first half. It was the first time all season we had 22 deflections at halftime. So, young group, we're fighting through it. A lot of close ones this year. That's my fault because we're too inexperienced. But we're just going to stay the course. Appreciate our fans for showing up. That's what they do at great programs, even in tough times. And we just got to keep staying the course. Obviously, today we won the game, but it doesn't change the fact that we're grossly inexperienced. And I'll be 62 before the season's over. Can't lose any more heritage. That's the positive.
Ball movement seemed really good tonight, 20 assists.
You know what though? I mean, I hear you because the stats say, but we've had good ball movement, the ball hasn't gone in.
Did Dylan particularly?
Yeah. But again, you know, game experience. Bill Wheeler started 5 years of college basketball. Dylan's first year. He played some backup too last year. You know, so again, that's a situation that we're in. But he had 8 assists, was big. Wheeler's obviously, you know, fastest guy in college basketball. Makes circus layups look easy. I would tell you offensively, you got a chance when you have somebody you can go to when you need a basket. And that's any team. And tonight we did. We were able to go to Adem and he was 10 for 13. When you got a chance, like you're standing over there in my position, like you got to have somebody you can go to. So we had that, and our defense was excellent for most of the night. We made it, you know, the team averages 81 a game, and there are 5 games in the even, I mean, forget bye games and all that. Just in the Pac-12, they're averaging 78. So that, you know, they had to score late to get to 61.
The entry pass, you talk about having to go too bad. The entry passes for him seemed like they were really good tonight.
Better. I would agree. Back to your passing. The 20 assists, we haven't had 20 assists in our last 3 games combined. So, but again, part of that's making it, but it is part of that. Post players are very reliant on guards because somebody's got to throw them the ball. And timing, on time, on target, to your point. Yes, I totally agree with you.
How much was that start about, you know, getting transition points and just easy baskets?
Well, we did have 8 steals and 22 deflections in the first half. We have 17 fast break points. So, you know, when you can score off your defense, it makes the game easier. Which we've struggled to do. We haven't been able to oppose our will defensively enough. Even though we lead the league in that category, we haven't led the, you know, last year we were able to, the dominant teams they can really snuff you out like a boa constrictor and then you just go get a layup, which we're able to do.
Coach, it seems like you got a lot of contributions from your bench, especially in the first half. John Vide, the one for Roy, if you could talk a little bit about their contributions.
Yeah, you know, again, you got to get contributions. You know, Jan is somebody that has got a world of talent. He's figuring out college basketball still. I got to get him off of his 1-foot runners and make him more. He gets in the lane at will, and I got to get him to be a better passer to the 3-point line. But that's same as Sebastian Mack. 2 freshmen, you know, that when they're juniors will be really, really good players. I've been doing this a long time. I've had those kind of guys. So Jan helped us a lot. Alon had a big steal. He's our best athlete. But then, you know, again, he came to us really raw. Alon, he's raw, and he don't turn 19 until June. Both those kids don't turn 19 until the summer. So they need work. You know, you can't hit the fast forward button, so you just got to keep working with it.
So, you know, Jan has a good history of making a lot of those runners. And he just
I would disagree with that. You know, Jan and I talked a lot during his recruitment about he's gonna have to transition to being a point guard. That the team you're alluding to, that you saw him play for online, he had to take 1 million shots. That was just the role he was in. And I think he's gotten him in some habits that to become a true point guard. You know, Wheeler gives you a crash course on it. He scores or passes. And we really, literally, not just with scouting, yesterday had a meeting with our guards just to watch him. Now, obviously, he's got 130 games of experience, probably, at least. Just to watch him, so to learn from him. Because he stays on the ground until he lays it in or passes it. For the most part, he knows how to draw fouls. So it's just all a learning process. But I would say Jan's shooting percentage in those tournaments, if you were to look that up, you would understand what I mean. But he's got to become a better passer, and it's an adjustment for him. And if he's going to make those shots, you got to stop on 2 feet. You got to go straight up.
Coach.
If you can make runners off the run off 1 foot with one hand, you're playing in the wrong league. There's like 7 guys in the world maybe can make that shot consistently.
Sorry about that.
You're right.
Keon Brooks was coming into the game averaging 20, held him to 12. What was kind of the game plan for him and working there defensively?
Get early help to him, and we failed on that 4 times, and he scored all 4 times. When we got early help there, he struggled, or he didn't even try to drive it. When we didn't get early help there, he scored. Again, you know, 5th-year guy, was tagged to be a one or two and done guy in Kentucky. I actually tried to, people say I'm trying to get transfers. I tried to, you can talk, go talk to him. We offered him when he transferred out of Kentucky, tried to get him when he left Kentucky. I had a visit with him and his family. I told him in a handshake line, please tell your brother and your parents I said hi. Really, really good offensive player. The difference in him this year, if you look, is his 3-point shooting, 45%. That's really changed, because he did not shoot like that the first 4 years of his career. He did not shoot the ball.
Are you letting guys play through a little bit more tonight, like the stakes? Felt like it maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would, if you know why I'm taking guys out, I would like to, I'll put the money up and we'll start buying lottery tickets, if you're clairvoyant. No, I'm just saying, you know, you're saying, like you're saying I let guys do this tonight and the other nights I take a guy out for this or that, you know, let's buy some lottery tickets. I mean, you never know. You just never know. It could be strategy, you know. You know, like Alon Blue would have played more, but they run a little action. You have to switch, pistol on the wing. And both times he let Wheeler just ride by him because he thinks he can guard anybody, but nobody can guard that guy. And he learned, but he was told obviously for 3 days, so he came out. I mean, you can say, you know, I'm not trying to teach him a lesson. They pay me to win games. He's just going to keep getting beat by Wheeler. The fans are going to be yelling at me to take the guy out.
Hello, John.
Coach John W. Davis with
Hey.
Southern California Division. How you doing? Good to see you. How do you feel like Adem Bonus 5 dunks in this game energized the team?
Huge.
And
that was a
then-
byproduct of passing. You don't get a dunk without a good pass. Like, he didn't dribble himself, you know. Like, he ain't beating the guy, shaking the guy up and going to dunk him. All his dunks are off passing. But to your point, I said it, I think you slid in on me, I didn't see you slide in. To these guys, you know, when you have somebody you can play through, gives you, in the half-court offense, it gives you a better chance to have a real offense. And we were able to play through him tonight.
And you talked about those passes, how important was it to get
20 assists.
20 assists on 25 baskets.
Huge. Trust me, that's all I talked about in the post-game. Because we've been talking, you know, from the offensive standpoint, we have to improve as a passing team. And I still think, you know, but we got to improve in a lot of areas. A whole lot of areas. It's going to be a never-ending story for us. That's the story of our season. So back to remember that question you asked me in the preseason about how long is it going to take?
Yeah.
The whole season.
Okay.
We've now figured it out.
I'll take that answer.
It's going to take the whole season. That's just who we are, guys. And we just got to keep trying to get better And we don't have, you have to have, when you're this inexperienced, like Seth's here, that you know, I now know what it was like. Coach Calipari's gone through this in years. Now this year he's got Reeves and Mitchell. But I've seen it from afar, and you realize what's it like to coach a team grossly inexperienced, and I'm learning. But tonight we played a lot smarter, and we just got to stay together and continue to get through it the best we can. It's my job to help.
Thanks, Coach.